welcome back. Welcome back. This is Moses, the fitness master. So, in this particular edition, we're going to be saying that in this 2025, do not fire your heart into oblivion. You've seen people buy all kind of rubbish all because they want to satisfy themselves. They want to, they want to do well with their wives. No, you don't need it. Exercise can actually give you that. Yes, exercise can actually what? Can actually give you that. Energy drink will not improve your sexual performance. Any kind of bitters will not help you improve the other room's performance. It will not what? It will not improve it for you. Instead, do this. But before that, I will tell you the implication of you. Before that, I will tell you the implication of you, taking energy drink or taking bitters. I will tell you the health implication so it does not look as if maybe I'm just, I just wanting to stop you from enjoying whatever that you think that you've been enjoying all this while. So I will, I'll go, I will touch on both sides of the coin so that you know what's take home. Now, when we say energy drink, when we say bitters, we're talking about herbal concoctions. Talking about herbal concoctions that's actually designed to make you to make it create the illusion that you actually that it's actually bitter, and its main purpose is usually to supposed to boost energy and also to improve alertness. However, on the other hand, this is not completely what? This is not completely true. This is not what? This is not completely true. Because how is it not completely true? Because the negative implication it typically has outweighs the positive that it has. Hence the reason why it becomes a lie. I don't know if you are getting my point. For instance, if I tell you now that this mobile phone here can, can kill. It's a fact that it can kill, but it does not portray any ability to, to do harm, unless you use it to commit that harm. Another one again is maybe a kitchen knife. Let me just use a kitchen knife as another example. Now, a kitchen knife has the tendency to do harm to any person who misuses it or it is being used against. However, I think because of the fact that, it actually harms that particular person, that does not automatically make the kitchen knife a bad thing. But because of the disadvantage that it has now, we cannot use its disadvantage to outrule the advantage that it has. So, however, in the case of energy drink and bitters, their disadvantages are far more higher than the advantage that they actually have. So that's where we're not going to look at. Okay, so bitter is a herbal concoction made from natural plant extract, often used as traditional remedies or digestive aids. Now, it's supposed to be something that is good. However, in modern production now, a lot of things are being added to it. A lot of things, which include plenty of alcohol or huge quantity of alcohol, and this is where the problem actually comes into play. Now, here are some of the possible risks that it actually has. One is high alcoholic content. Majority of bitters contains high quantity of what? High quantity of alcohol, which could pose a risk if consumed in what? Which could pose a risk when consumed in excess or in excess quantity. Then allergic reaction. You see, because of the fact that all humans are not the same as our physiological, the way our body responds to whatever thing that we consume, because of the fact that our bodies are not the same, there will be what? Allergic reactions. So the way Mr. A body might respond to it might be different from the way Mr. B body might respond to it, and so on and so forth. Then another possible risk again is drug interaction. Now you discover that if you are sick, they might take you to the hospital. When you are taken to the hospital and you have been given medication, especially if it's drugs or maybe drip or injection, you might discover that you are not giving all the drip once because of the way each of them will react or the way they will interact with your body. The same thing, uh, these herbals now, or these bitters now, the same way they are. Majority of them will interact with your body negatively, and especially if you have medications that you've previously took before you actually took them. However, if you do not have this previous knowledge, it should make you to what? To make you to take the wrong decisions. You understand? For example, there are some herbal bitters that are actually what? Supposed that ordinarily herbal bitters were supposed to be good, but like I said earlier, because of modern ways of preparation, they are now including a lot of alcohol. So due to this high quantity of alcohol being added to it now, it now makes it unsafe for what? For consumption. You understand? However, if you must consume, it must be prescribed by what? By healthcare provider. You understand? So don't just go out there because you want to be an expert in the other room. Then you just go ahead and take herbals or herbal bitters. No, do not do what? Do not do such. And let me tell you, in the market now, there are numerous of them. What they are just selling is alcohol. They are just destroying people's life, destroying people's kidney, and stuffs, destroying people's kidney, destroying people's liver, all in the name of they want people to perform well in the other room. Now, let me tell you, if you are a man and you want to perform well in the other room, I will tell you what to do before this video comes to an end. Stay with me. Now, we'll move to energy drink. Now, energy drink are beverages designed to provide a quick energy boost. They often contain caffeine, sugar, and other stimulants like what? Taurine. Now, here are some potential benefits that energy drink are supposed to have, or they have rather. Now, potential benefits has that increased alertness. Caffeine in energy drink can actually help improve your focus, reaction time, and your mental performance. Then two is that it boosts physical performance, because some energy drink typically enhances and reduces fatigue during workout. Now remember that activity in the other room looks like a form of workout because it is also a physical activity, because it entails majority of your muscles and a lot of blood is being pumped from your heart to concentrate on your what, on your reproductive uh, system, which is the core of the where of what makes the job or what gets the job done. However, let's now go to the possible risk that energy drink poses to your health. Number one is high sugary content. High sugary content. That it contains high quantity of sugar. Now, because based on the fact that it contains high quantity of sugar, based on the fact that it contains high quantity of sugar, it can lead to you experiencing excessive weight gain, can lead to you lead to a spike in blood sugar levels because of the fact that the sugar content there is high, and that sugar is typically designed is a quick release of energy, which means that the sugar will easily digest and goes into your straight into your bloodstream because it is not being stored. Because of that, it will spike up your blood sugar level. You understand? And with your blood sugar level being spiked up, there is every high chance that you may not be able to use that sugar that was now loaded in your blood at that particular time, that you may not be able to exhaust it as at the time you finish that your activity in the other room. Then number two is caffeine overload. That means you'll be consuming excessive caffeine, and excessive caffeine is one of the major cause of high blood pressure, uh, stroke, and other major can lead to other any disease that actually concerns the cardiovascular system is usually associated with what, with blood pressure. However, caffeine can trigger this with excessive consumption of it. That's the most important thing. Excessive consumption of it. So not just that it can cause it, however, excessive consumption of it. Remember that this drink is heavily laced with caffeine. You understand? So that's what you must actually do. Now, majority of caffeinated products you drink, or majority of energy drink that you take, you buy, that you consume, majority of them we call them caffeinated poison. Yes, they are just poison that sugar and caffeine were added to. That's what some of us who are into sports medicine or who knows about sports nutrition, that's what we call some of them. Then another possible risk that energy drink actually does, that it causes a very high spike in dehydration, because energy drink has a diuretics leading to dehydration if consumed in excess. Now, when you consume it, because of the fact that there's a tendency of you wanting to consume more, it will block your body's sensation to require for water, or to your body's sensation to demand for water. Instead, it will be demanding more of it for it to do whatever task that it's actually doing at that particular time. It can also cause conditions like headache, nervousness, insomnia, which is lack of sleep at night, unnecessary or rapid heartbeat, and other numerous stuffs like that. Even high blood pressure, like I earlier mentioned, majority of high blood pressure today are associated with energy drink. I'm hitting my chest and saying this, that majority of high blood pressure cases today are associated with energy drink. I've had people refer to me from hospitals who has cases of blood pressure, and if you check these people's family history, they do not have what high blood pressure. There's no record of high blood pressure in their family line or in their family tree. But by the time we begin to make interview, I begin to ask them the kind of food they take, stuffs like that, nutrients like that they take, or how their eating looks like, you begin to discover that these people have been taking a lot of energy drink. They've been doing things associated with smoking. They've been drinking all kind of things which they ordinarily their body does not need. You understand? So all of this will actually will result to you having high blood pressure. And you know what? High blood pressure does not typically end there. Is the most common cause, or it is a gateway to what? High blood pressure is a gateway to you having stroke. Do you know the danger associated with stroke? You have just 4 hours to act after any stroke happens. You are expected to act 4 hours if you can get the best of results from that particular individual. And if you do not act within that 4 hours, believe me, the condition would degenerate. So that means this person can be taken to the hospital and he's still talking, or he's still standing, or he's still doing some basic things, but he might be discharged from the hospital being paralyzed, and other stuffs like that. You understand? So here are some few key takeaways from bitters and energy drink before I go into how you can actually do your performance in the other room and become a field general or a field marshal in the other room. One, bitters, why they have some few health benefits, use them in moderation and always consult your healthcare provider. You understand? However, energy drink on the other side provide just a very short-term energy boost. However, its consumption in excess can harm your health, especially with prolonged use. Now, here, this is where the problem is. The problem is that an average person out there who consumes or takes energy drink or bitters are mostly not going to take it with prescription. That means nobody prescribed it for them to take. So based on the fact that nobody prescribed it for them to take, it's most likely that they will overdose and they will misuse. And with overdose and overusage, addiction is the third thing that is set to kick in. And the moment addiction kicks in, misuse and abuse is taken to the next level. And this is where you have problem and you begin to have issues with your health, and stuffs like that. However, let's now proceed now to how the best solution that outwits energy drink and herbals that will make you to be a top-notch man when you get to the other room. Not just even you being a top-notch man. If you happen to be a wife, you can be a top-notch wife when you get to the other room. That at the completion of every match in the other room, you will be happy, you'll be a happy wife, and your husband will be a happy husband. So number one is improved cardiovascular health. What is this? Is exercise, engaging in regular exercise. Now, how does exercise improve cardiovascular health? When we say cardiovascular health, we're talking about how healthy your heart is and how healthy your blood vessels. These small vessels you see on your skin, that's actually what takes blood from your heart to your body and sends back to your heart to carry blood, a mixture of blood, nutrients, and oxygen coming from your lungs to your heart, for this cycle to happen. Those are what we call cardiovascular system, and exercise can actually make them better or get them to be improved. And if they are improved, it can actually it is essential for you when you get to the other room. Remember, activities requires blood or enough blood to flow to your what? In fact, as a man, you need enough blood to flow to your staff of office for it to become, for it to, to answer its name while you are in the other room. Why for women? How does this help you? Well, as a woman, when you get to the other room with your cardiovascular health being improved, it increases sensitivity when you have configured your mind into it. It increases your sensitivity. So before your man or your husband touches the button, oh, you've already answered. So it will look like a a a screen touch phone, not a button phone that you press with power and you press with strength. No, just a little tap, the screen responds. A little tap, the screen responds. A little tap, the screen responds. You understand? So that is the way it actually works. That is the way it actually what improves your cardiovascular health. Then if we move further to importance number 2 of how exercise actually what improves your work in the other room. Now, do not leave yet. I'll give you some examples of exercises that you can do that can benefit you when you get to the other room. Number 2 is enhanced or increased endurance and stamina. Stamina is another word for endurance, so whichever way we want to put it. Now, regular exercise improves or increases overall physical stamina, thus reducing fatigue and enabling long-lasting performance in the other room. Now, with exercise will help you increase endurance. That means you can stay longer without getting tired or unnecessarily tired. Now, it is not ideal for somebody to get to the other room and in 5 minutes you are already what? You are already tired or you are already fatigued. Hence, that is where the concept of physical fitness comes into play. Now, what is physical fitness? When we say physical fitness, we are saying that the ability for an individual to engage in his day-to-day activities, complete all of these activities, and still have a reserve of energy to perform any other necessary task without what? Without getting tired. This is what physical fitness, this is what it means. So when you engage in exercise, your physical fitness level, your ability to perform all of your day's activities, all of them are actually become top notch. And when you get to the palace, you want to give order, you want to give directive to the constituents that you actually ruling, be able to give directive to them. They will carry out the directive, and you will not be what? You will not be tired. You understand? So this is where exercise actually comes to place. So when this happens now, it means that when you are in the other room, you're able to perform and you will not get tired easily. Then number 3 importance of exercise to your performance in the other room is that it helps strengthen and strength training. That is training with weight. Let me use the word. That's the easiest word I can use. Training with weight or strength training. And moderate exercise improves your testosterone level in men and hormonal critical for libido. Exercise also helps regulate stress hormone, which can otherwise negative impact, which can have otherwise negative impact, sexual desire and function. Now, there are some hormones that can actually affect your other room performance negatively. However, when exercise steps in, when you start engaging in exercise, you know, those hormones, they are being gradually silenced. They are there, but they are now weak. They now becomes lazy youth. They cannot do anything. You understand? So that is how exercise will actually help you. Remember that when the weaker one meets the stronger one, the weaker one we have no option rather than to submit to the what? To the higher one. However, the hormone of the inner room now has more power. It's now a field marshal. You know what field marshal means now? Field marshal is the highest rank that you can ever get in the what? In the military. That's what a field marshal is. Then number 4, importance number 4, pelvic floor strengthening. I think when we say pelvic floor, a lot of people might be confused. This is where your pelvic floor is. This is where your pelvic floor is. This is the core or the heart of your activity when you are in the other room. So when you are in the other room, how good that place is will determine your level of what? Of functionality that you can actually what? Do while you are in that room. That means okay, let me break it down. It means that you don't prepare for battle. You don't prepare in battle. You prepare for battle. There's a verse of the Bible that says that the chariots and the horses have been prepared for battle, but safety is of the Lord. You understand? What does that mean? If I will bring it to this topic that we're actually discussing now, I can say that you have been training your pelvic floor. You're training your pelvic floor. But after you have trained your pelvic floor, it will be on the day that it needs to deliver. That is only when it will deliver. For instance, if you have been training your pelvic floor, you can't train your pelvic floor to because you want to urinate well. You don't need it to urinate well. You can't say you want to train your pelvic floor because you want to have money. Your pelvic floor will not give you money. Or you do not need it to what? To have money. You understand? So that is how I can relate that particular verse of the Bible which says the chariots and the horses have been prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of the Lord. You understand? So pelvic floor strengthening. Exercises like Kegel exercise help strengthen the pelvic floor muscles. For men, it can lead to better control, better control of you understand, and delayed release, if I will use that. Why for women, it can increase the tightness of the, you understand, it can increase the tightness. It can also increase sensitivity. That means, like I said earlier, your button becomes a soft button. Before it is touched, you are already answering. Before they touch you, 2 seconds, everywhere wet. You understand? And also, better oxygen control. Number 5, reduced stress and anxiety. You see, the reason why a lot of people fail woefully when they get to the under room is because they get stressed easily or they are already stressed from the day's activity. So based on the fact that they are stressed from the day's activity, when they get to the other room, they are not able to perform long before everything dies down. So even if they entered with pre-existing strength, when they get the anxiety from whatever they actually had, the stress of the day actually washes everything, and what they thought that will last for 30 minutes becomes a 2 minutes charade. Both father and mother becomes disappointed. Husband and wife becomes disappointed. You understand? However, with exercise will help you release cortisol and it releases endorphins and reduces cortisol level. Thus, it will alleviate stress and anxiety. So when stress and anxiety are alleviated, that means they are removed from there. You now have a smooth ride. You understand? Number 6, increase flexibility and strength. Because I don't know. I would like to stand again because of the fact that exercise, uh, the other room activity needs increased flexibility and strength. It means that here again, how flexible here is, determines how well you can what, determines how well you can what deliver when you get there, determines how the kind of angle you can actually what, the level of angle that you can bend to. You can do 360 while you are there. You can do 180. You can do 270 degrees when you are what? When you are flexible. However, for this flexibility to come, you need exercises. Whenever I'm doing flexibility exercises, whenever I'm doing Kegels, whenever I'm doing yoga, majority of people who do not usually in my gym, majority of my clients who do their own separate workout on their own, whenever they see me, I'm leading Kegel exercises. They just take their mats and they crowd me around as if maybe I'm sharing something. Why? Because they want to boost their. You understand now. Now, it also improves body image and confidence. Now, when we say it improves body image and confidence, this is what we mean. If you are a young man with a protruded tummy, you cannot perform much while you are in the other room. However, this is where exercise comes into play. By the virtue of the fact that you exercise, your tummy becomes reduced in size, thus your performance in the other room becomes what? Becomes you understand? Becomes smooth, becomes swift. Then number 8, boosted libido. Exercise naturally boosts energy level and promotes better sleep patterns, which is also linked with what higher order room desire. Number 9, hormonal benefits for women. You see, a woman who exercises, only one touch can put triplet there. This means only one touch, she's already she's already gushing like you make her gush like a fountain. You understand? So while you are touching that lady whom she exercise regularly, touch her with caution, unless you are now ready to father a child. You understand? Or yes, you are not ready to father a child. I think that's the best this thing I can talk about. Then number 10, this is specifically for men, is erectile function in men. Now, exercise, if you engaging in regular exercises from studies, what I'm saying now is not just a theory, it's from studies, has proved that engaging in regular physical activities, especially aerobic exercise, reduces the risk of erectile dysfunction by improving vascular health and nitric oxide levels in blood vessels. And when we say vascular health, what majority of the cause of dysfunction, erectile dysfunction, is that blood flows to your staff of office, but it doesn't stay there long. That means blood can just flow to that place 2 minutes or 5 minutes. Then the next thing, blood is not coming. You try everything, blood is not coming. This is an irregularity. However, if when your vascular health, which is your blood vessels, they are well healthy, they can continue to bring. In fact, they don't care if they shut every other places down just to bring you blood to You understand? Then it also helps, exercise also helps reduce nitric oxide levels from what? From the blood. So when nitric oxide levels in the blood is reduced, it makes your staff of office to do its job to the optimal. Now, here are some recommended exercise can actually what increase your other room performance. Number one is running. I would not talk much about running because you know what running is. Two, swimming. Three, brisk walking for heart health and stamina. And number two is strength training. For instance, weightlifting, bench pressing, push-ups, pull-ups, squats. All of these helps you boost your testosterone and your muscle tone as well. Then number three is yoga and pilates, which is actually good for flexibility, balance, and what? Relaxation. You know what? I've talked about flexibility, so do not ask me how we need flexibility when you are in the other room. Then number four is Kegels. It's good for pelvic floor strength, both in men and women. Then core workout. Your core has a strong relationship. Okay, let me just say core, planks and crunches for better control and performance. The main center of that your activity is situated around your core. So how well the core can do its manipulation will be dependent on how good the experience will be. You understand? However, if you like to get more detailed recommendation for specific routines or plans to tailor towards your goal, you can feel free to ask me. I'm Moses, the fitness master. I repeat, Saint Moses, the fitness master. I'm not the other room therapist. However, I can help you with exercise and can help you better your health in the other room, or exercise tips or exercise recommendation. Thank you, and please like this video and subscribe this channel, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.